It is now the largest storm ever to hit this part of Florida. Hurricane Michael gaining strength in the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Now a very dangerous Category 4 storm with high winds and a big storm surge expected. Let's bring back in NBC's Kalee Dionne with where Michael is right now and what we can expect. First off, Kalee, what is the timeline for Michael?
Well, it's moving fairly quickly, so it's different than Florence, where we saw it just kind of meandering at about 2 to 3 miles per hour. This is moving at about 12 miles per hour. It's going to move fast, so we're expecting it to make landfall right around midday today. So only a few hours left. Actually, the time to prepare is coming to a very quick end at this point.
With Hurricane Florence, we watched it for a number of days. People had time to prepare. And as far as looking at other storms, how fast moving is this? It appears that it went from we're watching something develop to a major hurricane in nearly record time, or at least it felt that way.
It was learning to walk and then it started to sprint, basically. And what it did is it's moving into the Gulf of Mexico yesterday. And the Gulf of Mexico is basically a bathtub of fuel for these storms. It's like a steroid shot. It makes it immediately intensified, and that's what happened. So you see that happen with some of these storms that move into the Gulf of Mexico. So it went from Category 2, 3, now 4, and it is still intensifying. So we're talking about a very historic moment that's going to happen along the Florida Panhandle later on this afternoon.
What kind of storm surge are we expecting? Rainfall totals?
So storm surge could be anywhere from about 9 to 13 feet. That is awful. That's for a wide range along the Florida Panhandle. So we're talking from the Alabama-Florida border all the way down to Cedar Key. That's going to be the main part that we're watching. Rainfall totals could be anywhere from 8 to 12 inches. And we're talking about winds as well. Sustained winds, 140 miles per hour. So peak wind gusts are going to be more than that. And that's going to stretch all the way up into southern Georgia as well. And then into South Carolina, where we could see power outages.
Which, by the way, is still dealing with the aftermath of Florence. So how bad will the storm be in Georgia, in South Carolina? How much is it going to slow down once it hits land?
Well, so it's going to weaken a lot, and but it's still not going to slow down. It's going to get picked up by a trough, and it's going to move. But we're talking about a place that has tons of trees, and it's already saturated. So then you have the saturated soil, you have the trees, and then you have those winds. Even though they're going to calm down quite a bit as it weakens, there's still going to be several areas with a lot of trees down, power outages, all of that.
Big, dangerous, fast-moving storm. Take heed, everybody out there. Kalee Dionne of NBC, thank you very much. Appreciate it.